I have a bone to pick with this book and I need to talk to someone about it. So, I finished a book yesterday. It's called Consent by Jill Cement. It is a memoir about the author's experience recalling her relationship with her late husband. They met when she was in high school. She was 17 and he was her art teacher. And they have a whopping 30-year age gap, okay? And I'm so conflicted about this because this is such a compelling, beautifully written book. It's so raw and vulnerable and heavily nuanced. Amidst the Me Too movement, she started recalling her relationship, thinking about which part of it was consent, which part was predatory, and which part was just straight up grooming. So at the start, she's the one who approached him. He thinks it's true love, and then he broke things off with his wife and got married to her. Now, this is where I'm heavily conflicted, is that she knows that she's being groomed. She's heavily arguing the semantics of the word grooming. She's like, back then we don't have that word, which like I agree, it's true, but still I feel like there's a lot of moments in this book where she's kind of glazing the situations, kind of nitpicking the good parts, while also being like, oh, I feel so small next to him, but also, damn, we're such a power couple. Like, they were incredibly successful in the art industry, and she just kind of justifies the relationship with the amount of successes they've had together and how they've had it hard, but they stayed together for so long and they were happily married for 40 years. And at some point of her career, she wrote a novel that is heavily inspired by their relationship. It got picked up and was adapted into a movie starring Morgan Freeman. It's called Five Lights Up. Personally, I haven't watched the movie yet. I literally just finished the book yesterday. But in her book, she heavily implied that it's an adaptation and it's a movie about a movie. And so I think she's trying to imply that it's not as accurate. But then in that same section, she also mentions about how her husband was present on set making critiques and how they should change the character to portray him better. There's many parts of this book where I thought, oh, it seems like they really wanted it, which is consent. Of course, I don't know these couple personally, but it seems like she's portraying him as a good person, as somebody who truly cares about her and her family and who was there, and their family were like heavily intertwined and somehow don't see a problem about it, which is again insane. There's a lot of moments that they kind of brushed off that I see as huge red flags, but they disguise it as artistic expression because they're both artists. Like painting your nude girlfriend when she was 17, making her model a life drawing class you hosted while you were talking about how they should draw her better. I think it's a good book. However, I just need someone to talk about it because it makes me feel crazy. It makes me feel gaslighted and manipulated a little bit to side with her. While it is her relationship and it is valid, it's her memoir, I just feel like it's incredibly wrong to be like, you should read this book. It's awesome. While it also kind of perpetuates how grooming is okay as long as the guy is good, you know? So yeah, if this interests you in any way, please read it and come back to me. I need somebody to talk about this with so I don't feel crazy. Okay, that's all for now. Happy reading, and I'll see you in the next one.